Hey guys, welcome back to the HEZ Project. I'm John Ordalaza, and I'm going to be reviewing the third episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know it's 6 days old, but yeah, I just kept forgetting to review it. But here we are. I watched it a couple more times just to keep it fresh in my mind. So let's talk about it. This episode is titled The Power Broker, and it deals more with the Power Broker, which I never really thought the show was going to go in that route. I thought it was just going to be something they teased throughout. Maybe he shows up at the end and sets up maybe a second season or a different show. I don't know. But I wasn't expecting them to just throw in the Power Broker. I thought this show was going to deal more with the Flag Smashers, but it seems in this episode that the leader of the Flag Smashers, Carly Morgenthau, I believe her name is, she stole super soldier serums from the Power Broker, which it's a whole thing we're about to get into. So there is this scientist that they go to visit, Sam, Bucky, go to visit in this episode, and he's been creating this new version of the super soldier serum. He was working on it way before the blip, way before Thanos snapped and half the universe just went to dust. He was working for Hydra, I believe, and once he came back after everyone was snapped, he realized that I think Hydra is the one who stopped the program, and like the program was shut down. They didn't let him finish his work, so he took his work to the Power Broker and he started making serums for him. And then, of course, Carly stole them. So it's really cool that there's more than just two sides to this. I always like stories like that have more than just a good guy and a bad guy side. There is Sam and Bucky, their little group right there. There's the Flag Smashers, and then there's the Power Broker. I really do like that dynamic, and I can't wait to see more of that being explored in the last 3 episodes. This episode picks up right where the last one left off, where Bucky initiated the idea to go and talk to Baron Zemo, the guy who tried to destroy the Avengers back in Civil War, which I will be doing a review for very soon, so please stick around, guys. So they go to the prison that Zemo is held in, I believe in Germany, and they go to have a talk. Zemo is like taunting Bucky's, using some of the key words that he would use to trigger the Winter Soldier part in his brain so that he'd go all nuts and go kill a bunch of people. Bucky says it doesn't work on me anymore, but Zemo says, but there's something still left in you. Zemo wasn't my favorite character in Civil War, but as I've watched this episode a few times, I'm starting to appreciate Zemo's tactics and how he goes about business. He's not the traditional villain by any means. He is very much in for the long game. He will be a part of whatever to get to his end goal, which is like to destroy the Avengers. I feel like there's a couple of scenes in this episode that we see Zemo kind of trying to get in between Sam and Bucky and trying to create a rift between the two. And I kind of think that Zemo might succeed at that, at creating that rift between Sam and Bucky, because they were at odds before the snap, then they both went to dust, so they didn't even have the 5 years to develop a relationship of any sort. So when they came back 5 years later, they're still kind of at odds like they were before the snap. And in here you can see when Steve Rogers is no longer in the picture, there's no glue holding the two together. I can totally see Zemo sliding in and tearing these two apart. But in this episode, we're seeing Zemo in a very different light. A very different light. He is coexisting with two Avengers, sort of. I don't know if Bucky technically qualifies as an Avenger, but we're seeing him coexist with two guys who were friends with Captain America, part of the group that he tried to destroy. Zemo leads Sam and Bucky to Madripoor, which is an Asian country that is well known in the comics for mutants existing there and just chilling, but there's no mutants to our knowledge in this episode. Unfortunately, there was a lot of people speculating that there might be mutants in this episode or introduced. Dude, I don't know. I think that we're just gonna have to wait until a movie, especially Eternals, because Eternals play a big role in the mutants' history and whatnot. So I feel like at least wait until Eternals, we might get something. I think after WandaVision, Nightmare, and Mephisto, we should all just relax. This is basically an episode where Sam and Bucky are taking a gamble and listening to Zemo, following him as he takes them to some leads he might have about the super soldier serum that leads them to that scientist I was talking about. They meet up with this lady named Selby, who's part of this weird criminal organization in Madripoor, because this scene goes crazy. When she gets shot from a sniper outside of a window, everybody in the town gets a text message saying there's a bounty for the person who killed Selby. I'm like, whoa, that is some John Wick shit right there. And the action in this episode is pretty decent. Not as good as the last 2 episodes in my opinion. That this is very grounded level, like a John Wick. I think the director of the episode worked on John Wick. I'm not entirely sure. The person who shot Selby and was helping Sam and Bucky as they're running away from the bounty hunters and whatnot was Sharon Carter, Agent 13 from The Winter Soldier and Civil War. You know, the one who kissed Steve, and then Steve went back in time to go be with her grandmother. It's weird. It's so easy to pick at that. It's hilarious. Sharon in this episode is showing some odd behavior, and yeah, I don't know. She might be up to something. There's theories that she might be the power broker. I don't know about that. But there's definitely some shadiness going on with her in this episode. Like, for instance, like, where the hell did she get these John Wick skills from? She's taking out all these guys as Sam and Bucky are talking to the scientist. Dude, she is Lady John Wick here. It's crazy. Then when Sam, Bucky, and Zemo split from Sharon, she goes to do her own thing. They go to another lead. Bucky says, I'm gonna go take a walk real quick. He picks up this, like, silver ball, it looks like, and it's got, like, a symbol on it. Then he picks up another one, and then this Wakandan lady shows up. She says, I'm here for Zemo, which is very interesting because if you watch Civil War, which I will be doing a review on soon, so stay tuned, guys. If you watch Civil War, Zemo framed Bucky for killing King T'Chaka, which is T'Challa's father, who was once the Black Panther, when really Zemo was the one who murdered T'Chaka. And you can bet that the Wakandans are still not happy about that, and they're especially not happy that Zemo is no longer in prison. So I don't know, we might see even more conflicting sides. Bucky might have an allegiance that Sam might not. I don't know. It's about to get crazy, guys. So we got a new episode 4 coming tomorrow. I will most definitely be doing the review for it tomorrow on time. Anyways, guys, let me know down below, what did you think of this episode? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to stick around because we only got 3 more episodes left of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, including tomorrow's episode. Also, I'm going to be covering the rest of Season 1 for Invincible because I believe there's 4 more episodes left. I really do like that show. I hope you check out my review for the first 4 episodes. Should be up before this one, which means that this video right here is the 100th video of the HEZ Project. So I just want to say thank you guys, all 85 of you that have subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate the love and the passion for coming in all my videos, liking the videos, comments, and sharing your thoughts and opinions. It really means a lot to me, and I do appreciate the love and support. So keep it coming, spread the word, be sure to stick around, guys, because there's always more to come.